Yo team, I'm going to show you exactly how we create kettlebell programs that help you build muscle, move better, and get strong from home in this teaching. At the core of every training program, what I'm thinking about is how to help you fit workouts into your busy schedule so that you can get the results that you want. Because ultimately, you only have so much time in your week to dedicate towards yourself and your health. You probably don't care about deadlifting 400 pounds, competing in a bodybuilding competition, or want to spend hours in the gym pushing yourself to the point of where your joints and your body breaks down. But you do want to get stronger. You do want to build healthy amounts of muscle, and you want to have a more functional and athletic body. You want to move better, be confident in your skin, and proud of how you're showing up for yourself and everybody else around you. So if that sounds like you've come to the right place. Let me walk you through how we create kettlebell programs that keep you showing up consistently and progressing towards your goals. In order to get results, you need to progressively overload every single week and every single month. When you train from home with minimal equipment, you're not always going to be able to increase the weight that you use. So you have to get creative on how you challenge your body in new ways so that you keep making progress. As we showed you in the earlier teachings, these are the 6 pillars of progressive overload that we use in all of our training programs to make sure that you break through plateaus, you're constantly learning, and never get bored with your workouts. We break each of these pillars down in our playbook PDF, so if you want to go more in depth, you'll find more information in there. Okay, so now let's talk training programs. Let me preface by saying there is no right or wrong way to do this. You just need to have a method to your madness, and it needs to make sense for you as the individual. The simplest way to think about a training program is that it's a series of workouts that intentionally build on top of one another. Us and our team like 8-week training programs because they give you enough time to make significant amounts of progress. Even if you miss a week or two because of travel or being sick or because life just got busy, you can still jump back into the program and get amazing results when they're 8 weeks long. We've also found that after 8 weeks of working towards a specific goal, you're probably going to be ready to switch it up. So it's long enough, but it's not painfully long. So the 8 week cycles just work really well for us and our team because we're on the same page with those things. Now, with that being said, anywhere from 6 to 12 weeks is what I would recommend for a training program. Now, here's where most people go wrong, is they do not consider recovery when it comes to working out. And that is why we bake deload weeks and active recovery days into our programming. So if you're experiencing constant muscle pains, achy joints, low energy, and low motivation, it's probably time for a deload week, especially if you've been super consistent and you're the type of person who's constantly pushing yourself to the next level. Now, deload weeks are low intensity weeks where you focus on mobility, walking, sleeping, nutrition, and ultimately just creating an environment for you to recover. Intentional rest and recovery is important when you are consistently pushing yourself with your training. So, this just gives your body the opportunity to rebuild broken down muscle tissue so you can come back stronger for the next training cycle. Another area that holds people back with kettlebell training is poor technique. If you still don't know how to clean and snatch without banging up your wrists and your forearms, that's because you haven't learned proper technique yet, and that's okay. This is normal in the beginning. If get-ups are causing shoulder discomfort and swings are stressing out your lower back, again, that's because you don't have very good technique. And the irony behind this all is kettlebell swings actually build very strong backs, very strong core, and the Turkish getup is one of the best exercises to strengthen and improve the health of your shoulder joint when they're done well. Most people hold themselves back with kettlebell training because you have amateur technique and you never really invest in getting the coaching you need to learn how to use the tool to the best of its ability. That's essentially like buying a manual car without knowing how to drive stick shift. It's going to be a rough ride and you're going to stall out. That's why every training cycle, we teach our athletes different skills and we provide weekly form feedback so that you stay sharp and you keep making progress. Now, it's super important that your program meets you where you're at today, not where you were 5 years ago, which is why we have all different levels of programming depending on where you're at right now with your fitness and the equipment that you have available. The last thing you want to do is jump into a program that you can't stick with that overwhelms you and essentially just burns you out. That's why we have beginner, intermediate, and advanced programs that range from 3 to 5 days a week and 30 to 60 minutes. And maybe most importantly, your training program needs to fit into your schedule with the time that you have available so you can stay consistent. That's why we program 30 to 60-minute workouts that require minimal equipment and you can do from home. There's no commute, there's no setting up, there's no jumping from machine to machine. And we were recently reminded of this because yesterday we went to a gym for the first time in like a year and we couldn't get on the equipment that we wanted to use and it was just a packed gym. And it wasn't the same experience when you have everything you need at home and you can just get in, get out, and get on with your day. And that's a huge reason why we love kettlebell training because you can get it done from home with your bells and your body weight. And this is why thousands of active parents and busy professionals have leaned into kettlebell training to stay strong, athletic, and healthy from the comfort of your home. Now, let's take a look at how we build 8-week training cycles for us and our team. So, the first week is called movement prep, and this is pretty much where you test out the new program. You're going to keep it light, get a feel for the rhythm of the program, understand the new exercises that we program, and essentially just get yourself mentally prepared to dive into the new training cycle. On week one, you have your initial testing to gather your baseline level of strength that you can then compare to your final testing at the end of the cycle. In weeks 2 to 3, you're in your building phase. This is when we ramp up the intensity with the weights, with the reps, with the movement complexity. Now, usually around week 4, you're going to hit your peak. And that way you roll into week 5 mini deload, where we then reduce the intensity, the weights, and the volume so you can come back recovered to absolutely crush it during weeks 6, 7, and 8. Now, again, on week 8, this is where you do your final testing and you get to celebrate some huge strength gains. It is not unusual for you to level up 1 to 2 bell sizes for certain exercises because you've mastered technique and gotten stronger with a progressive exercise program. We've seen our female athletes go from 3 push ups to 20 push ups over 8 weeks. We've seen guys go from pressing 20 to 24 kg to 32 kg. And we've seen side planks improve from 30 seconds to 2 minutes in just 8 weeks. And this is because by taking a structured approach and having specific training goals, you're going to see yourself making progress week after week, which is really encouraging and just keeps you coming back for more. Now, after testing week, you're going to dive into a deload week to again recover, rebuild, and then start preparing yourself for the next training cycle. So, this is the experience that we take our athletes through that keeps you progressing, keeps you having fun, and make sure that you stay on top of your health and fitness goals. Now, this is a calendar view of how our training cycles are laid out inside of the Kettlebell Athletes Training app. Our goal is to remove the guesswork for you. You just need to open up the app and click into your workout of the day to get it done. You don't have to think about how to progress the workouts from week to week, how to add variability to your workouts to keep them fun while still making progress, and how to fit strength, mobility, and cardio into one session. Currently, the program that we're following has 3 full body sessions programmed for Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and this is where we push hard and most of the strength gains are made. Prioritize getting these 3 workouts in a week if you want to get the best results. On Tuesdays and Thursdays, you have optional active recovery sessions on your calendar. These are accessory workouts that are focused on building a stronger core, isolating your arms, isolating your calves, and improving your joint health. We also program optional cardio sessions on Tuesday and Thursday for athletes who want to add in some more high intensity kettlebell training. Every week, our athletes send in videos for form feedback, so we make sure we check out your swings, cleans, snatches, get-ups, and the different kettlebell complexes that we program. Now, this weekly form feedback is something that keeps our athletes sharp, continuously learning, and more engaged with their training so that you stay consistent, you get stronger every month, and you master kettlebell technique. The goal of really refining your skills is so that you own the kettlebells, not the other way around. And the reality is, you don't want to be stuck doing the same 5 exercises that you're comfortable with over and over again. That's how you guarantee getting bored with your workouts. You want to explore all different types of movements that prepare your body for real life so you can keep doing the things that you love doing. Every week, we bake in the 6 pillars of progressive overload into your workouts so that you're constantly making progress. The goal is to just open up your workout of the day, get it done, and move on with your day. We provide you the structure and the strategy to feel good, look good, and move well over the course of your training program. So if you are struggling to stay consistent with your workouts, you're getting bored, or you just feel like the random workouts that you're doing are not delivering the results that you want, Remember to book in a free strategy call with us so we can set you up on the best path for success. The reality is, Gab and I didn't get to where we are now with our health and fitness by trying to figure it out alone. We have hired great coaches along the way who taught us the art of kettlebell training, how to build well rounded workouts, and how to dial in our nutrition for our health and performance goals. So, if you are ready for a more structured program that meets you where you're at so you can build strength and improve the way you move month after month, and you really want to get your kettlebell technique dialed in, we're here to help. We have a proven system that's literally helped thousands of active parents and busy professionals, just like you, prioritize your health by training from home with kettlebells. You can book in your free strategy call below. We look forward to meeting you.